yeah. Hell yeah. What a parlay that was. Bam, bam, bam. Look at that. Mariners to win, Dodgers to win, Cal Raleigh to hit a home run, Shotime Ohtani to hit a home run. That was dope as hell. Cal Raleigh ties the game. The Blue Jays threw the game. The pitchers all throwing strikes outside the strike zone. Like he's clearly giving Seattle free gifts, free passes. They're just walking batter after batter right after he served a one up right down the middle to Cal Raleigh. Like the catcher was kind of like motioning his glove towards the very middle of the plate. So the meatball was coming. Cal Raleigh to get that key decisive home run in a home game in the ALCS, I knew he would deliver. In the 17th day of the month, in number 17, this was as obvious of a call as it gets. Number 17 to clinch the NLCS on the 17th day of the month. And it's over for the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays are truly, truly cooked. The Seattle Mariners are going to win Game 6. The series is going to end 4-2. The loser is going to lose the series 2-4. How about that parlay? Mariners to win, Dodgers to win, Ohtani to hit a home run, Big Jumper to hit a home run. Hell yeah. Crushed Major League Baseball today. Crushed Major League Baseball. Big Dumper against Showtime Ohtani. It was never, ever going to be the Blue Jays. They did win their World Series. They beat the Yankees. That was their championship. Their World Series was just to beat the Yankees. And I get it. There's a lot of profit to be made from Canada. Millions of Canadians support the Canadian team in the World Series. And that's why free agents back in the day signed for the Blue Jays. They won back-to-back World Series. It kind of spread the game of baseball to Canada. So in the 1990s, they knew what they were doing when they had the Blue Jays win back-to-back World Series, because they're trying to expand the game to Canada. But this wasn't really about the raw numbers. This is basically two of the top three home run hitting players in Major League Baseball. Basically, they are about putting their biggest names in the biggest stage. So you add Judge and Ohtani, right? They hit over 50 home runs last year. It also helps that Yankees and Dodgers are two of the most hated and most popular fan bases in all of Major League Baseball. But if Judge wasn't going to make it to the World Series, you put in a guy in there who's hit over 60 home runs, and this is the Cinderella team, a team in its first ever World Series. You know, not seeing the Astros, not seeing the Red Sox, not seeing the Yankees, but seeing a different team in the World Series for the first time. That is the Seattle Mariners. And all this talk about comeback for the Blue Jays, nah, it's over. On the 19th day of the month, Seattle is in the World Series. It is all but over for the Toronto Blue Jays. The Dodgers' 23rd World Series in team history. This wasn't an automatic that the Blue Jays were going to be in the World Series, because what you're forgetting is that Caleb is Gamache 23, Cal Raleigh, derived meaning from gematria, not through their stated name, but through their actual name at birth. Caleb. Caleb equals 23. That's the name given to you at birth. That name is going to say more about you than any nickname you use at any point in time. The name given to you at birth always sticks with you through the numbers in any walk in life. And this right there is no different. Caleb against the Dodgers. That was the script. Yankees have an off year, lost season. 60 home run hitter against Shotime Ohtani. Isn't that an exciting matchup? Isn't that a matchup people can get behind? Ride with the bandwagon. Astros were the bandwagon throughout the 2010s and early 2020s. Now, Major League Baseball is going to get behind another fair weather bandwagon fan base. And this is what I mean that it's over. Tonight was easy. Like, blatantly easy. LA Dodgers is 17, right at 17. Today's the 17th day of the month. That's what made this super parlay super easy. Cal Raleigh was going to make a difference. He was going to hit a decisive home run. Ohtani, number 17, pitching on the mound on the 17th day of the month, was going to hit at least a home run. And it was over from the get-go. Every home run today was rigged. Every single home run was scripted. I have shown proof that the Mariners-Blue Jays game is rigged. It is rigged. The whole game was rigged. The whole game was absolutely rigged. They knew what the score was going to be before the game started. This is what I'm talking about. They knew the Blue Jays were not going to win tonight. And here we are. Canada, Raleigh, Seattle win 4-2, Toronto lose 2-4. That's what the numbers suggest. Toronto fought at 2-3 at home in the playoffs to lose 3 straight home games after winning 2 home games against the Yankees. Like they made it look too easy against the Yankees, and now they make it look rather difficult against Toronto. So that 2-3 record at home is going to be key too. I don't think they care about a game 7. They definitely did care about having a game at least during the weekend if this Dodger series was going to end in 4 games. If that series ended in 4 games, they didn't want this one to end before the weekend. There doesn't have to be a game on Saturday, but once the regular slate of football games is over, they want a baseball game. And they did get that baseball game. Cal Raleigh on Sunday night, without having to compete with the Detroit Lions, the Buffalo Bills, the Kansas City Chiefs, don't have to compete with Lamar Jackson, don't have to compete with the Cowboys or the Steelers, right? Oh, the 49er fan base is popular, I get it, but not of the level of, let's say, the Packers, the Steelers, and the Cowboys, for example. The 49ers, Falcons, both teams are good. I mean, both teams are over 500. Like on paper, it's a good matchup. But as far as branding goes, as far as player matchups go, it's rather mid. It's rather mid. So yeah, that factor is pretty underrated. But the series is over. Seattle makes it to the World Series on October the 19th. It's game 6. The series is over. And we'll move on to potential predictions for game 1 and or game 2 of the World Series. But I've already set the script to fruition. Basically, what it means is in the year that Ichiro gets inducted to the Hall of Fame, the Seattle Mariners make it to the first ever World Series. Ohtani and the home run king of this regular season, Caleb Rowley, are competing in the World Series. Two of the top home run hitting players in the game. Rowley's catching pitches and signaling for pitches, and Ohtani is pitching. So the versatility of both guys can really be appreciated. All that work that goes into catching and pitching, two very specialized positions. So it's more than just the home runs. It's about the versatility that both guys have to offer, their ability to impact a baseball game, not only through the batter's box, but on the field. Getting the read of the batter. If you're Cal Rowley on defense or Shohei Ohtani on defense pitching too. That's what makes this a very intriguing baseball from that match. That's what makes this matchup appealing from that perspective. So yeah, sit back and enjoy the show, man. Hit the parlay of a Ohtani home run and Cal Rowley home run and Mariners won and Dodgers won. Here we go on to the World Series.